this hour at 2:30 each Monday through Saturday, and then our typical services on Sunday. But I really have enjoyed this exploration with you, rather than sort of, not that we do the exact same thing every day, but it's nice to kind of mix it up a little bit and share with you some different styles and types of meditation, because that's what I do. So I've been meditating for 40 years. I know, I don't look that old, right? But I discovered it when I was about 12 years old, 13 years old, in the form of some guided imagery in the fight against migraine headaches, which I have just in the past few years really begun to attribute to some anxiety as well, and how they're interconnected, and sometimes one leads the other and sometimes the other leads the one. So I have been practicing a multitude of types of meditation. Of course, I've just explored over the years, trying to find a solution to the discomfort, to the dissatisfaction, to the pain and suffering that has presented itself in my kind of human experience. And so I love introducing different types, because quite frankly, I use different types on a daily basis depending on need. So if I'm feeling super restless and I just can't calm it down, I might use some audio type meditations, like the brainwave type. Yesterday I did a big exploration on theta wave meditation, and actually cut a track that is reminiscent of the first guided binaural meditation cassette. Can you believe that? That I used in the, call it the late 80s. That was pretty powerful for me, so I recreated that with, sometimes you may have heard me joke about it, where it was piano on the beach. So it's got some ocean sounds, and you hear the birds and the waves and some beautiful piano music, and that binaural sort of tone in the background that helps drop us into theta meditation, which is a pretty cool tool when you just feel like I can't focus for longer than a second. It helps to just focus on that sound and focus on what you're hearing, which leads us to our topic today, which is that of using sounds as the object of our awareness. Because quite frankly, that's one of the things that distracts us most often when we're trying to sit in this nice container of quiet solitude, and instead the dog barks and the trash truck comes and somebody's car alarm is going off, and the ice maker decides to dump a load while you're on. Maybe the phone rings, or your cell phone is vibrating, or you're getting notifications from somewhere, or your stomach is grumbling and growling, and that becomes your distraction and becomes just an irritation. What now? What next? Oh, can we just be quiet? So I like to use sound as my focus. That way I am just sitting and being the perceiver of sound and just listening. So whatever arises is really sort of invited, which helps on the long-term game of when you need to sit and you are most distracted, that you can use that which you are most distracted by as your focus of attention. Brilliant, right? So if it's, if you're in a chaotic scenario, I've meditated in the middle of the airport LaGuardia in New York when it was holiday time. I think I was flying home the day before Thanksgiving, and my flights were delayed, and I just sat, and I had just finished a retreat and was just letting it all be, and it was profound for me. Just sort of seeing the chaos ensue without me being dragged into it and me having habitual reactions to it. So that's really our strategy with using sound as a meditation. So I've started that little wind chime. I love wind chimes, by the way, but when I used to live in Florida, I worked at a spa resort, and it was the most stressful place. So I went and bought this little like an indoor wind chime. It's got a little fan in the bottom and a little desktop fountain, which I ended up getting rid of years ago because it sprayed water all over everybody. If you sat next to it, you'd just get like a spittle. It was bad. So, but I kept this thing, and I kind of like it, especially when there's just a lot going on. I can just turn that on in the room with me and let it, tinkle at will. Of course, it's not going to do it now, but so I've got that, and I have about 4 of these. I do have 4 of these in different sizes and pitches, and they're called tongue drums or tank drums, and they sort of sound like wind chimes as well. And I'll use that a bit for our sound meditation. And I just want you to just sort of embrace sort of being the perceiver or being the vessel of listening. So as we kind of settle down, and you take your pace with your breath, breathing 4 in and 4 out, or reminding yourself to be here now, awake and aware, here now, awake and aware, that you can utilize the sounds that are arising, not just the ones that I'm creating, but the ones that are around you in your space. So maybe you've got a, extra loud blower on your heater, or maybe you've got that neighbor who loves the leaf blower. You just allow that to happen, and we will try to identify those sounds, and it's part of our human nature to try to identify those, to make certain that they're not a danger, so that this is not a growl of a tiger that it's about to kill us or pounce on us. So that will happen. So be conscious, be kind to yourself, that there are certain sounds, maybe abrupt ones, that you may jump, and just see the reaction. Just understand, and of course if you need to react, but notice the reaction is part of the awakened awareness exercise. So I hope that you find this to be really useful. It's one of my most useful methods, because I can kind of do it just really anywhere, because there's always a myriad of sounds that arise. So with that, I'm going to ring this bell 3 times, and we'll let that sound and vibration call us to this space, this here and now, so that we can focus where it matters. So close your eyes and straighten your spine. Breathe in and let your belly move out as you breathe in. Find a comfortable posture. Remember to be aware of your physical discomforts. Adjust where you can and be really compassionate and kind to yourself, understanding that you are a human experiencing humanity. We'll use the sounds around us as the object of our awareness. So as they arise and settle, just let those sounds be sounds, without adding to our discomfort, without stimulating distraction into thoughts of the past or the future. Inhaling and exhaling. You may notice the sounds of your own breath. You can let the sensation of that breath be part of your anchor. If you find yourself distracted or uncomfortable, focus on the gentle ease and sensation of your own breath. All the sounds that you're experiencing are happening in this present moment. So don't be tempted to follow them into the past or into a thought of the future. Whatever is present, just tune into it. Your mind will habitually recognize what it hears. So when you hear a car go by, you immediately know it's a car. And instead of identifying and defining what each sound is, try to focus on the actual experience of hearing. Just sitting and breathing and hearing. Examine how sounds arise and then pass by. You can notice the direction the sound is coming from, how far away it may appear. As each sound grabs your attention, tune into it for a few moments. Experience the sound fully. And then open the mind to listen for other sounds. Funny how having a specific focus during the meditation period makes it go really fast, at least for me. I feel like it's part of our nature these days to be distracted by these things and the sounds and vibrations that they make, being pulled in to watch videos or follow commentary or an interest in what one of our friends is doing, and then scrolling their photos or getting distracted. That when we can focus our attention and our intentional attention to something specific, it goes equally as fast. So, the message is be awake and aware, and cultivate those exercises that break some of those habitual tendencies toward unconsciousness and unconscious behavior. It's really important to be here and now, where all of these things are arising, so we can respond and react with awareness rather than unconscious reactivity. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you need some suggestions on some guided sound meditations, or even if you'd like me to send you a track or two, I've got some nice ocean waves and some nice piano music, or whatever floats your boat. I've got a few that I produced. So if you'd like those, shoot me an email. It's right there on your screen. And come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'll be here at 2:30 practicing, and we'll do a little panoramic sensory meditation. So not just allowing and inviting sound, but all of our sensations, thoughts, and emotions that are arising. So